Okay guys, ready to the next part of this, where we're fighting the Rathian. Yay! Also, I want to go ahead and I made some Death Stench weapons that I could make Death Stench weapons because that falls into the spectrum of I can actually use it. So, we're going to start out with the Great Sword versus the Rathian, which is going to be a fun fight where I'm going to explain my thought process of this. So, there isn't really anything good to use against the, I don't know how to state this. Um, Well, you see, there's going to be there's going to be a lot of flying, so I'm swapping away from the Charge Sash and putting on Hunting's Edge, because I want to actually need something that goes up. Now, this is going to be a funny fight, in the truest sense of funny. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoy this one. This is going to be a weird, roundabout thing that's going to happen. Since a lot of the things that's going to happen here is going to be, me try to figure out how to do this properly. Now, there's a lot I could say about the Rathian. If you fight it in World, you are fighting a dumbed down Rathian. Same with Rathalos. If you're playing any other game, this is pretty accurate to what a Rathian is, and what a Rathalos would normally be. World had the thing where they try to make them easier to fight for newer players, which, again, I've had this conversation before. Understandable. World was the game that was trying to grab new players into the genre. Not a bad thing. No, everything I'm stating is not a bad thing. We're just going to have a lot of issues with me having to figure out how to do this properly. Because you see, my whole goal right now is to get a mount off onto him, which is going to be a weird moment. Where you're going to see me do a lot of attacks I normally would not use, including Hunter's Edge. Not that I hate Hunter's Edge, guys.
Don't you lie.
Okay, I'm not 100% of a fan of it. I'm not gonna lie, but...
And yes, his stream, I am here. I've been just sitting back quietly letting him have his...
Why is here? I've been trying to get him in for a while. Wow, the Kulu Ku. That's a small Kulu Ku. I didn't even notice it.
Holy crap! There's another. There was another one actually there.
I didn't even notice it.
Poor little guy. That's actually the smallest one. I think this would be a gold crown small.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's very small. This is a very small Kulu Ku, I'll give it that.
We call that a Kulu Ku that's about 4 or so years old. No, it's got a ways to go in life.
dick. First things first, we gotta heal. Then we gotta use an antidote. Get the poison off. Nope. Nope. I love the tell weeps. Tell sweeps, tell bleeps.
Tell weeps.
Tell weeps. I love the tell weeps. I love getting whipped by my tail. Don't you just love it when your tail whips a 180 on you and ends up following you down a different street?
No, sorry, I'm a human being, not a freaking dragon or like anything else that has a tail in our world.
I was thinking like, never mind. Some were like police tails or like a PI tail. When your tail whips a 180 and follows you down a different street. This is the I fucked up POV. Now,
nah,
okay.
I like the Breaking Bad POV.
Okay, so I need to start taking some Mega Demon drug and some where's the closest thing to methamphetamine? I need coffee. Oh, energy drink. Energy drink and Mega Demon drug. There you go. Breaking Bad experience.
Breaking Bad experience and Monster Hunter. Oh, Lord. What a title right there.
You fucker! No. I see you fucking sand sharks. Yeah, sand sharks. You sand sneaks. I'm above you! Hey, monster, man!
Hey, Stream, the most terrifying thing, a shark in the water. Now imagine one on frickin' land. Absolute nightmare.
Was not expecting this.
Only thing you hear, you know, you're sitting there out in a grassy meadow, you know, you're sitting there enjoying your time, then you just hear, da-dun. What? Da-dun. You know, you're looking around, you're thinking, is obviously it must be a wild animal like a bear or something. Dun, 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 dun. Then you're looking around, just pure grass everywhere. There is nothing. And the music's only getting intenser and intenser. Then you just start jumping onto a rock and praying that that's gonna save you.
Nope.
It's when you find out that the rock was the shark.
I hate your roar. Alright, you know what? Let's see how like chill in the kitchen you are. Let's see how chill in the kitchen you are.
Let's see how tough you are now. Let's see how tough you are now.
I don't need any stamina to beat you right now. Just give me my heal. Let me pop this shit like a cherry. This big Boomba you.
Oh yeah, but you did start something on War Thunder. Showing me the BT7. The other day there, before Jordan left, we were playing, and again, I went and bullied some things.
What? How did that not bounce me back up? That was a final tag. That was a final tag. That was a final tag. Where are you? What? That should have flashed you. Alright. So,
but yes, stream. If you've ever played War Thunder, you know what I'm talking about. The BT7 T50. This man showed me what it can do against higher ranked tanks. Okay.
only in realistic.
Only realistic, and let me tell you, he was even witness to what I did to an M10. Okay, and let me tell you that it was disgusting. Okay, I felt a little bit bad, but I also had the biggest shit grin smile you've ever seen, as that man literally couldn't do anything.
All you hear is like, you know what? If that was on video, I would have put in the edit of the no.
You would have also, but if you would have had also the other thing that Jordan got to watch on video, you would have literally been like, you know, you would have could have paused it and just been like, alright man, I'm done, and then just has him, as I drift right behind him, just leaves. He just left his tank.
Just put the suicide hotline. Anybody with these problems, please dial this number.
Yeah, that's basically it, and then just left. He left his tank because he could take the skill issue, man. It was a skill issue.
Hunting Edge. The fact that Hunting Edge is actually usable against flyers is the only reason why I ever use Hunting Edge, because I like being able to dash towards something with a charge hit more than I like jumping up in the air.
But
shut up. Shut up.
Hey, what?
Not you.
But I just laugh how this man showed me the way of like how to be a complete asshole. Hell, I survived.
Wait, hold up. This was the smallest Rathian, and that fucking Kulaku is not even up to his kneecap.
Yeah, I think I might have been right. That might have been a gold star. Heck, it might be actually. It might be a higher achievement than that.
That was hilarious. Like, I wasn't kidding. Like, you didn't see that Kulaku either, right?
Oh, I didn't even see him until like you mentioned it. I looked down. I was like, wait, there was a Kulaku there.
Now this requires investigation. I have 30 seconds. Let's see if I can like make it back to where the like Kulaku is. This requires investigation.
That was had to been a gold star smallest one, or is there even a higher rank?
No, it's gold star small, gold small,
or gold crown.
Gold crown small is the, or small gold crown is the biggest achievement. Come on.
The biggest achievement?
I mean, yeah, it's easier to find big things than it is to find small baby. Small baby. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round. Copyright.
Right round, copyright. Good joke. But yeah, I love how
me when I speak to my editor on different YouTube channels, or speak to the editor of different YouTube channels, and I say something and they're like, I want to put this in but I can't, and I'm like, oh, okay, my bad.
I wish I could, but you might, do you mind not making my job so much harder? Sorry.
It's like, I didn't mean to, sorry. It's like, no, it's not your fault. It's like, and then when they ask me who edits my videos, I'm like, edit. Who said anything about editing? I stream. Twitch? No, YouTube. I just don't have time.
Hey, does it look like, hey, for one, I want to go through that hell of making a, like, 25-minute video of only funny clips? That's like taking, gaming with, like, a bunch of my buddies for over 4 hours and somehow not having them either get burned out or having a rage moment. I have to be like, and can't use that audio clip, can't use that audio clip. That's against YouTube policy guidelines. That's against this. That's just a no.
I love having so many armor spheres that I do not care anymore.
Yeah, I'm at that point too, but that's because I kept doing those optional side missions where it's like, oh, kill.
I've just done so many quests.
It's just been also doing all those side things, but that's just because I've been doing the ones that are like, hey, we'll give you this, we'll give you that, and it's like, wait, these are actually things that are kind of difficult to get unless you know, go and farm them. You know what? I'll do that.
I just do so many quests that give me armor spheres, because like armor spheres are like a normal reward that you can get from a quest, so it's just like, here.
Heck, I did so many of those side quests, those optional side quest things, to kill like a large monster or mount them 30 times. That I got an achievement. I was just like, I wasn't even meaning to do that, but apparently I was doing something great.
It's like, it's one of those things. Also, I like how the Rathian is just right above the corner. Now, Rathian, like the Rathalos, take the most dragon damage out of any other creature, so that's the reason why I'm going to use Death Stench. And I know this armor does not benefit me at all. That's a small Rathian. The tip of his tail is right above my head on distance, so... Oh, wait, yep.
But,
Start off with a Sakura Slash. I don't need it to actually hit a vital, I just need it to go ahead and move over to my side. And then I need to do another Sakura Slash right here. Again, tag it a few times, don't really care about the damage output. But also, Death Stench for the longsword is one of the best looking like actual things to me. The main reason is because I like how the beak just changes color. I don't need to do a lot of damage, but thank you.
Oh my god.
Go over here. Come on. Put my sword away. You guys, start firing. Get on the ground. Now, longsword, even though being one of my like least favorite weapon types.
That's a longsword?
Yeah.
My good sir, that's a scythe.
Hey, shh. For video references, this is a longsword. It's just looks like a scythe because of reasons.
Okay, there, Grim Reaper.
Hey, my profession is not
it
supposed to
seems
be,
pretty grim.
Yes. I mean, what do you think happened to Bill and Mindy? Their souls had to go somewhere after the fiasco of their TV show. You think child stars just go somewhere after death? I mean, if the drug abuse and alcohol addiction or drug abuse and alcohol abuse doesn't get them, I will. And this is the reason why I can never be monetized.
Hey, what? Why I will fail always be monetized? Why I okay? Start going, and then eventually step into the borderlines of it. Just and nope.
Lowest sword against flyers, though. Overall, it's one of those moments where you're like, okay, what am I doing with my life? Then you get to your moments where you're like, okay, this is actually kind of sad. Then it gets to moments where you're just like, what am I planning on doing to this guy that's going to be so bad that I have to actually hear the silent screams of him in the past? Well, you see, it's kind of funny because I'm not 100% sure. I just feel like I need to explain myself before PETA gets on me. I promise I did not know what I was doing to this animal. It's alive. You should. It's an animal. It's alive, just like you. It's an animal.
Hey, we all know how it would go for them anyways, okay? They'd obviously, you know, give you hate, okay? Take this thing into the shelter and then put it down because, you know, why would anybody want to adopt it?
Euthanization is, humane. So if I stick a needle in your vein and kill you with it, that's humane, right?
Oh, that's against, how could you? That is murder. How dare you, you know, do that to me, you know?
Aren't you arguing that they deserve the same rights as you? So you're saying that pin they're in because no one wants to adopt them is prison? And they did a crime worth death. No. So why are you giving them the old classic lethal injection? I know it's tried but true, but damn, not even I would stoop to that sort of impropriety.
Love how, you know, I swear we don't, that joke, we don't help each other and try to keep each other, you know, you'd at least monetized.
I mean,
Let's see, like, oh yeah, no, it's like, you know, that time you do care, it's gonna be like, you know, I don't know what you're gonna have to do.
Oh god, if I actually cared. Mission complete. The day that happens. I run out of material. Why he doesn't hear though?
What, you ran out of, did you run out of steam yesterday?
Dude, I couldn't, I don't even know how to start a conversation. Like, it takes more than one person to do a stream. You just need somebody. You need somebody.
Oh yeah, you need at least one other person, to talk to, you know, keep things going, but then it's also to that fact of, it depends on what you're playing, because you aren't playing the same games. It's like you just have to keep a conversation going, which is either really easy with some people, or like they'll sit there and get quiet because they're focusing.
Oh god, man, just giving Tarkov as an immediate. Hey, I'm focused.
Hey, okay, yes, but it, like I said, depends on the game. Depends on the game, because you know some people it's a mindless mindless that you're not caring about, so you're willing to just.
Game is this where against certain creatures with certain weapons, I just don't care anymore.
Meanwhile, for me, if I were to go and play like Mountain Blade right now, I'm going to possibly get a little quiet because I gotta think sometimes of what, like, watching it depending on the battle, like, you know, because certain AI are just like, oh fuck, they're what the heck is this?
But you see, it goes down to a perspective like this, okay guys? Against certain creatures, you gotta understand that I've played Monster Hunter since I was young lad, very young lad. So it's like, certain one of these creatures that are like repetitive creatures, like the Rathian, even though I hate fighting Rathians, it's just...
Easy.
Yeah, it's repetitive to me at this point. Like, I don't even think about what I'm doing. And that's not like a bad thing. And don't get me wrong, are there few changes that get made with them every now and then that make them a little bit different? Yeah. I could have sworn it was down and not up. Like, I could have sworn it was over where I jumped off and not right here. It's just, yeah, don't get me wrong. Do they add new features, like new things that a creature does every single game, trying to make it, like, not as repetitive? Yeah. It just still doesn't matter to me. Because, I mean, come on. In this game, right, you have the feature of being able to use your silk binds. Right? Cool little feature they added in. And all I ever see a skill bind as is me being able to do this. Then rotate around and be like, hey, remember all the times I've fought you like this in the past? Go ahead and do your tail sweep.
See, I see the skill binds with like what the Kinsects.
The Kinsect glaive is useless with skill binds.
Oh yeah, but it's just those.
Use them.
Me, I'm just stating though. It's like with like playing hammer, certain things. It makes it, you know, where it's like the move feels a lot better and cooler. You got it.
Yeah, the hammer was like a cool little thing. But like the insect glaive, I don't even use them.
But that's because, well, for certain ones they were like, oh, this is not an insect glaive. Well, there'll be the term you could call lacking in some places. Oh, but
like, if this was World, guys, there would be a huge difference between of how I would fight this thing. Because its moveset's different. World's a lot slower of a Rathian fight. I mean, like, the Rathian's slower. Okay. Hey! You're not small, though.
But,
but this thing legit just got, like, weirdly poisoned and caught on fire. I'm voting for the Kulu-Ku to get his lick back. This Kulu-Ku deserves to get his lick back. He got poisoned and set on fire. He's getting his lick back.
Okay, that's enough. Take this.
but yeah.
Everything I can cut off a Rathian tail with, guys, I will.
Hammer, it's impossible. So
I ain't having it.
only way that it's happening, he looks at the dog and the cat. Possibly.
It's still no. They don't do enough damage. I haven't upgraded their shit at all. Not because I didn't want to, I just felt like it would be unfair to the challenge if I did that. Because it's supposed to be me doing it, so it's less me focusing on their damage.
The only thing that I really could see you if you're wanting that then is just their armor.
Well,
But
their
it's not-
armor
but-
is the low. I mean, Azuchi and base game is what they're wearing.
Oh yeah, I'm just stating that's the only thing you can change for them because that then just keeps them at base level weapon damage. The armor doesn't make them any better. Just makes them so they take less damage and have resistance to certain things.
Alright, this thing is low health now, guys. Which is a good thing for me.
Oh no, you don't.
We're gonna go gather some stuff. Right now, I think I need to do about another 200 damage and we'll go into blue. I think it's around like maybe 27, 28%.
Taking this.
I know this sounds like I'm saying numbers out of my ass, but you saw how saliva was falling out of his mouth? It was frothing. Yeah, it's a sign of a fucked up Rathian and a fucked up monster right there.
Are you sure? I thought that's just called the Joe Swanson.
Yeah, and Joe Swanson's near death. I mean, I'll not finishing that.
I thought it was more when you saw him at the mouth because he's like, bring it on!
And you see, I had to do about another 200 damage. There we go. I know my monsters.
But,
Bruh. I'm not even gonna comment. I'm not even gonna comment. This thing got slugged in the head by my Palico. Not my Palico, my Palamute. My Palamute just said, "Hey, I thought you were fancy. Come here."
This is gonna hurt.
I'm gonna wait for it to not be enraged. And then I'm going to go in like the flying champion with a mask on. I'm a luchador. Hello. I'm here to talk with your cars to send into words here. Ooh. Ooh.
I chose you.
We're not gonna comment. That thing just got smacked out of the air worse than history's first professor.
what, going to space?
Yep.
Oh, God. I remember seeing that. I was like, oh, man. I was watching it like the, you know, terms where, when I was like, you know, in my teens, so that happened like, frig, how long ago?
Oh wow.
So, I was like, I literally put in my head, I was like, man, that,
I kind of think anybody that's gonna watch these videos are gonna be like young kids that would not get that reference, but
yeah, everybody knows, like, it's one of those moments, it's like, and I was like, man, that is fucked. That is legit fucked right there, okay? Because like, that man didn't die in, like, you know, oh, he died in, you know, an easy way, you know, something that he'll read in the newspaper or anything. No, he died on, like, national television.
yeah, you see, guys, here's the thing. Sometimes I feel like I say references no one would get because I always think my audience would be more child-oriented, like more kids. So it's like I have to think about like newer shit to say. But a lot of the jokes I delve into are the older jokes. Like, I knocked him out of the sky faster than the professor. Because to me, I find that to be funny. But I know of like a kid that was like not even like a few years younger than me would not understand that. They'd be like, huh?
Oh yeah. Hey, but you gotta admit that one. Hey, that's pretty fucked though. Eh? When the Grim Reaper is gonna reap you, and it's international television, that will be how everybody will see you.
It's like SimCity.
Oh, you know what? That's actually true. It was one of those moments where, you know, obviously they had a sim that only had level 1 work on that rocket.
Oh, yep. You see,
see all the level 10 ones obviously had, you know, vacations, other projects, you know,
no,
so they put the literal lowest level guy on there.
No, my level 10 engineers were working on a more fuel effective car.
Yeah. So where's those flying vehicles that we're supposed to have by now?
So I put the
your engineers are failing us. Get them back into learning.
the level 1 engineer was working on a rocket, and the level 1 engineer decided, hey, does Coca-Cola work as rocket fuel? And he designed a engine to burn Coca-Cola, but forgot Coca-Cola is no longer cocaine. So he ended up doing a few more lines. Oh, also, do you know you could do this? I found it out, and it was kind of like stupid. That apparently with a Palamute, you can like latch onto a side of a wall that they can't climb up and do that.
That's. I always did.
And I was like, huh.
The one thing I just get teed off about the Palamutes is just like, you know, it depends on the wall. For me, it's like, hey, when it's a wall that's like, oh, my character can easily climb this, but the dog, meanwhile, I can't even, like, it's like, ah, nah, I couldn't do that, bruh. It's like, what?
Yeah, but I figured out how to do that with the Palamute now, so it's a little bit better. So we're gonna do this, which is another weird thing again, because I like dual blades against Rathians in World, but in this game, dual blades versus a Rathian is like. Did I ask you for your advice?
Jesus.
It's like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, dual blades are good against certain creatures in this game. Fires is that, like, I didn't mean to spectrum, where I'm not even 100% sure if, like, I should be saying that this is a good choice versus creatures like this. Because I like dual blades, okay? Me personally, I like dual blades. They are fun to play as, they're fast, they're insanely good for certain things. But against creatures like that have the capability of going anywhere +1 above your height, it turns into something that was good to being, I don't know what I'd do with my life.
Here comes the pain.
And also, this thing is still like foaming at the mouth mad. Hey, you guys, you feel like helping?
I'm going after it.
But is this one... I feel like these things are just gonna turn and start shooting at me. I always have that like weird itch, you know, that weird feeling. It's like they're gonna just look at me and say that I'm useless. But you know.
Bruce, you're totally useful. Who else would pay for all the damages that we cause?
I pay for that. Yeah. Don't. Alfred! First, you gotta get back to the citizens that you terrorize. But get evil off the streets. You also destroy multiple buildings. But I get rid of evil. The darkness.
Mr. Wayne, you caused so many people to lose their homes.
Justice.
For justice! For Gotham!
I feel like I'm speaking to a toddler. You know what? Alfred needs a pay raise. For having to deal with Bruce Wayne, this man needs a pay raise.
Justice!
Like, this guy needs a pay raise and a hug.
Let's go for a ride.
I'm in like the worst area for this.
Bye-bye. This is gonna hurt. Here comes the pain.
How did that kunai not go into him? You are my evil. This is like an e-girl's online persona. Not funny, haha. Wow, if it was any more depressing, I would already see the slit wrist on the 3D camera.
Jesus Christ.
What, too soon? This thing gave me more than 13 reasons why. I had to make a book.
For justice. For Gotham.
You see, I would say I respect all walks of life, but this thing isn't walking.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, get out of the sky. Did I give you permission to fly? This is a no-fly zone.
What? Hey, no. Get it right. You know, as anybody
Did I ever
would.
carve the tail? I don't think I carved the tail.
Hey, get it right. It's not. You don't say that. It's. What are you doing going up there? What? You have no use going up there. What? You know, you're going up there looking for God? Because I'm the only God up here.
No, you see, this is the person that only respects himself and doesn't respect anything else in life. So he says, "I have got an enemy on my side. What's on yours?" Tries to power up like Goku during the first transformation. 3 episodes in, and I still don't see anything.
Yes, thank you. I love how I've seen like some of those fights, and it's literally that.
It's like first situation of the spirit bomb. What is this? A fucking marathon of a man trying to like pump himself up before a workout? It's like,
yeah,
this man's
that's
begging
literally
to the souls of people, man. He's begging to the what is this guy? This guy's schizo. He's talking to literally people miles away and thinking he can hear them and feel their energy. He's like the fucking personification. He's like the personification of that one furry going to a convention in like the demonic fox outfit, thinking that, hey, this thing's so woo with the 9 tails going backwards onto myself while I go on a dance hall, thinking I can put it back faster than fucking Beyonce. This is like the worst.
Hey, I was about to state, you know, that joke of him turning around and being like, no, here's how each episode goes. Last time we left, Goku was powering up to turn into his next form. But now we go over here to, you know, Vegeta, and as they go and fight the protagonist that is going to, you know, take on Goku once he fully powers up, and then they get their ass handed to them, and then it's just like, will our hero power up to be, you know,
you are not the protagonist of a story. Wait, you are not the protagonist of a story if it takes you not 1, not 2, but half a season just to make it to a planet that everybody else made it to in less than a week.
Thank God.
It's like, you should have got the memo. You were not wanted when you weren't on the first ship. And it's like, I'm not ripping on Dragon Ball. I'm ripping on Dragon Ball. Okay. Oh,
I'm not ripping on Dragon Ball. I'm ripping on the fandom of Dragon Ball.
No. Oh yeah, that too. But no, I'm not ripping on Dragon Ball. I'm ripping on Dragon Ball Z. I like Dragon Ball. Dragon
Ball Z.
I like Dragon Ball. I like young Goku being a pervert, including Goku being a pervert. and Master Roshi being even more perverted.
Okay. I remember seeing that, and I just turned around and go, okay.
Bro, where's your balls go? Nothing beats that scene, okay? Nothing beats that scene. And it's an amazing scene. It deserves to be in anime gold. Now, but we go over to Dragon Ball Z, and I have so much qualms with it. Like, dude, even the author of Dragon Ball hates Dragon Ball. There's like a issue there that people do not understand. Like, Goku was supposed to be dead at the end of the Cell Saga. Okay, he was not supposed to come back, guys. Like, Goku was never supposed to come back after Cell Saga. It was because like Goku had to come back because they literally forced the author to bring him back. It was supposed to be Gohan became the next main character, and I was like perfectly okay with Gohan being the next like main character of Dragon Ball. But no, Goku had to be bring back because the fans could not take their favorite bodybuilder extraordinaire being dead. It's like, dude, I didn't see this much of an uprising ever since Toriko stopped airing.
Hey, but then my only joke is nobody ever wants that, and then but it's like, but think, it's like it could have turned into possibly though what Naruto turned into. Look at Naruto went to Boruto, and now everybody's like, oh god.
You're talking about everybody's favorite anime that has over half the anime being filler?
Yeah.
Sorry, was I supposed to respect that? You see, here's the thing, guys. I don't care. People, like, okay. I don't have a problem.
You can like what you like.
Yeah, I don't have a problem if your favorite anime is Naruto or Dragon Ball or anything. Hell, cool, whatevs. My issue is where you think that's the only anime. And that you, like, you see, to love an anime, you have to get the good and the bad of it. It's like, don't get me wrong, I have people I talk to that's like, Dragon Ball is their favorite anime, right? But even they agree with me because they know the whole story of Dragon Ball being like, yeah, Goku shouldn't have came back. He was supposed to be dead after the Cell Saga, but he wasn't supposed to come back. That was not the original plan. It's the problem when, like, you have that as your favorite anime, and you don't understand that what you are watching, the author doesn't even care. Like, I'm pretty sure there's, like, a literal post where, like, the author of Dragon Ball has said he hates his fans. Wow, determination, right?
Hey, just imagine, I hate all of you, and then everybody, I can already hear some of those smug people, oh, we love you too.
It's like, I've never heard an author that makes buku amounts of money be like, I hate my fans.
Because they won't let me do anything different.
It's like, damn. It's like, at that point, you guys should really be questioning. And it's like, I'm not knocking Dragon Ball, okay? Dragon Ball has some cool things. The fight scenes in Dragon Ball are very well drawn out, well choreographed. The progression of Dragon Ball is a pretty steady progression, even though I hate how Dragon Ball works and its theme of, you know, hey, if no one else can beat him, let's just give Kakarot another power-up. And the fact that Kakarot has not died since... Sorry, when?
If he did die and he came back to that one boy, the one master, it's really gonna be that term. Him be like, "Holy crap, who killed you now?"
And the fact that, like, Dragon Ball is so weird, like, worn out. I want to say worn out because it's like, so what's our next idea for a power up? Hey, you know how One Piece already has that power up for Luffy that has Luffy goes into the comic state with the white hair and the dream thing where he can control everything around him. Yeah, make Goku have white hair, be able to move almost exactly like Luffy in that form, and call it Ultra Instinct. And whoever wants to say, well, Goku did it, no. The anime did it first, yes. Manga-wise? You really?
Might want to go check that up. But, God.
It's like, I'm not knocking anything. Okay, here's the thing, guys. I am not knocking anything. Don't hit me with you're ripping on a good anime. Bullshit. Like, no, I'm not ripping on the anime. I'm ripping on singular individuals that defend everything of an anime. Because, for the love of God, even some of my favorite animes I'll rip on. I will rip on my own favorites.
Oh yeah, well it's called you know that term. Everybody's got to be a critic, and sure you can be like, oh, this was a good anime, but, and then you can always turn around and be like, but this, you know, and pick apart it very easily.
It's like, for the love of God, man, I get paid to do anime reviews. Okay, like I rip. You have to be able to point out the good and the bad in everything. It's like...
And the damn right confusing.
Oh, God. I literally have a list of animes that, like, took me a whole, like, rewatch just to understand shit. And if anybody doesn't understand what I'm saying, I had to rewatch Mirai Neki. Not because it's confusing, but I had to understand a single thing. This bitch is God and still got fucked over?
Like, I've had moments where I've watched some like animes that made me sit there and I felt like my brain was like was watching it, and then by the end I'm just like, what? And I'm unlike you, okay? I don't have the power to go, you know what, I need to rewatch this. I lost it. It's me, my brain's just sitting there like, you know what? I think I might go and touch grass. It's like, when an anime does that to you, you should probably listen to your brain, because
no,
sometimes it's not worth it.
Why does it mean he doesn't have the strength to do it? Because I don't even have the time to do it half the time. No, I just set the anime to times 30 watch speed.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Because I don't need to be able to, like... I don't need to be able to, like, keep up with the visual. I just need to be able to keep up with the writing.
I've heard his videos, so let me tell you, I can't keep up to him. Okay, people, that he might actually be a computer.
Oh yeah, when I was rewatching fucking
because let me tell you, that was not English nor comprehensible in any sense. But he understood what he was watching.
But you gotta think, like, I could do... No, he's talking about when I was rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho at times 100. Where, like, a single episode was, like, 3 minutes. There's... Note, guys, this is not something that I would recommend to anybody. If you're ever going to, like, rewatch it at a faster speed, do, like, times 3. At least then it's still, like, comprehensible.
Meanwhile, me, I was like, I literally had to ask him, you understand what the hell's going on? He's like, yeah, I know exactly. He started explaining out the episode quickly, and then he was like, and that's alright to the next one. I'm just like, stop. Fuck.
Yeah, it's one of his talents I've gained over the years.
Meanwhile, me, I'm unlike him. I also turn around and go, I gotta enjoy this. I gotta like be able to sit back and watch it at my time and pace.
I've told you before, though. It's like the first watch through, I do watch it normally.
Yeah. But me, it's like, again, I just don't have that in me to just go back and rewatch it all. Like I'm sorry. I've heard some people be like, I've watched all of Naruto. I'm gonna go rewatch Naruto from the beginning. If you say that out loud willingly, you done it, yeah. But I mean at normal speed,
Not
not
at
your
normal speed.
like.
I've done
that
One
is
Piece at normal speed like 4 times.
like that is insane. Because that's like, but oh yeah, but I mean binge watching.
Yeah.
And getting it all done in like that time period of not just like one like where like oh you did this and then you had to go work.
Oh, I could not do it one sitting. Nah, hell nah. I have way too much shit to do.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm meaning is that I because me it's like you know I'll watch certain animes where it's like you know because some of them it's only like so much out and like you know it's still either being produced or you know they just haven't worked on the other season.
I feel like I'm barely juking. Bro, I only need to do like another 100 damage. Come on. Just... Okay, thank you. I'm actually getting tired of fucking... Again, this is another thing that's easier to fight with a lance in World than in this. Like... This is actually, like, kind of sad. And I'm not going to use a antidote against this again. Hey, thank you, Muffin. You mind if I sharpen my, lance while riding you? So I can move while sharpening my weapon? Thank you.
But
This is rough.
Alright. Nope. Okay, it's almost dead. If it goes to a certain area, I'm gonna let it go.
Run like the wind.
I forgot I could do that. Lance move, so you forget that you can do. When you're falling and click R2, it goes straight into a dash attack. Now, I would eat a well done steak, but it's so close to dead that I'm not. And yeah, I went asleep.
yeah, it's funny. I was talking to my brother-in-law about Escape from Tarkov and how you're you know wanting to play that, and I literally was like, man, I can't wait to play that and just play like a Scav, because I literally told her I was like, dude, I find playing Scav is like you get to play as a rat sometimes.
Yeah, only if you're on like a high density map though.
Oh yeah, it really
Like,
depends.
Factory
Like,
Scav is more just get your shit leave.
oh yeah,
You're
but
not gonna get into a fight. If we're doing like interchange, or we're doing like reserve, or if we're doing like woods, or insert name
isn't the
bigger
exit
map.
oh yeah, is exiting factory? Isn't it like for the players? It's you have to open the door and walk into a room that has the exit in front of you so far up.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Factory has so little time that by the time you spawn in as a scav, almost no one's there anymore, besides other scavs.
Personal, buddy.
Unless you're doing nighttime Factory. which kind of one of those things. It's like you get used to it because there's no light peeking in through some of the windows, and some of the areas are pretty dark, and you get used to it. It's one of those like weird things where it's like, how used to this can you get? But besides that, it's more just like, you're probably not going to ever get into a firefight in Factory as a scav. And if you do, it's against like another scav, and at that point just let the guy kill you. Don't fire back.
But, God.
The reason why is because if anybody knows what I'm going to say here, you would completely understand me. Scav has a thing called Scav Trust, or your Scav Loyalty. Don't ruin that.
Oh, yeah.
If you get shot by another Scav, just let the Scav kill you.
Oh, yeah.
If you are playing Scav and another Scav, which probably is another player, shoots you, do not fire back. If you kill him, you ruin your trust or in your loyalty. Nope, just let him kill you. Take that as a loss. Just let him kill you.
But I can only imagine though playing other maps where it's like you know you can actually probably run into somebody. You literally could turn into that. You know, you are a rat.
I also took time and memorized all of Ground Zero, so I know the new map now.
Hey, but
including
you get
where all the minefields are.
Oh, you may have Daenerys returned. I've seen there.
Yeah, no, I'll check that after I'm done with everything.
But I just love thinking over this. Like, again, you get to be a rat because like by the time you show up into certain maps where you will still run the players, they have had time to loot, have all this stuff. They've also gotten some firefights, so there's a chance that they're not wanting to fight anymore. They're now like.
Where's the problem with scavs? You're using scav weapons.
Oh yeah, but hey, you're using scav weapons, but even you can admit you can still get kill. You can still kill people with the scav weapon.
Depends how bad is the scav weapon.
It depends on what you got, though. It very much depends on what the game is blessing you with. Because sometimes you're blessed with something amazing, and then other times
walking around this whole time looting and has like good armor, good weapons, and everything, and I'm spawning with a. If I spawn in with a Kedar, oh hell no! What? Am I shooting pennies at a man?
Hey, it's but you get what I'm meaning is like it depends on what the game gives you. You could sometimes be that rat that's like the guy is not doing too well. You know, he's healed up some, but he like in the sense of maybe he can't get the full heals because he didn't bring in that much.
Also, guys,
he possibly lost his friend.
I need to know on on comments. I might because YouTube removed the vote thing where I could put up a poll. I was going to do a poll if that was still allowed, but it isn't. Of should I make a how to level up skills in Escape from Tarkov video?
Well, if it were me, I'd say yes, but it's more for the to understand a bit more. But
because I know how to level up every skill in Escape from Tarkov that you're allowed to level up, because you gotta remember, Escape from Tarkov has a lot of skills that are blued or grayed out, because they're skills that you cannot level up, because the game's not in full tuition. It literally says over the skills, it's like cannot level up in beta version of the game, for a few of the skills, but a lot of the skills you can level up, and all of them are pretty weird because they don't tell you how to level them up, so it takes a lot of hit and miss trials to figure out how to do it. And this is not me knocking anything about Escape from Tarkov. I love Escape from Tarkov. It's one of my favorite shooters. it's one of those things. It's like guys, I spent like an hour yesterday leveling up mag drills. Okay, that is something that like you need. But if you're just playing honest to God, you're not leveling it up.
But
And I leveled up like weapon maintenance and some other things.
But me, I just kind of laugh because me, it's like I get where you're come from with like, hey, before there of the hey, you know, a guy could be you know, you stated heavily armored somehow and all that, but still, you gotta think though.
There's a Kedar. I'm not shooting anything
Oh,
with that.
not that. I'm meaning like any. I'm not meaning for also that gun. I'm just meaning like again. It really depends on the situation because you can catch somebody with that term. They are like having a fucking panic attack in the sense of they maybe lost their buddy or two. They won the firefight. Yes, they got their wee bit fucked up and had to pick up all their buddies' crap to get it out.
And guys, this is coming from me, where I would willingly fight people with like full-out loadouts with a Taz. There's a reason why I do not want to use a Kedar, and it's not because hey, the Kedar's trash. The Kedar's good, but I've had the Kedar fuck me over so much that I just do not trust it anymore.
Hey, I get what you're meaning. Me, I'm just making that, you know, joke of...
And I have done good with the Kedar before. It's just one of those things, it's like... How can I put this? It's one of my weapons. Like, everybody has weapons in games that, like, they call bad juju. Like, every time you use that weapon, something bad's gonna happen. And to me, that is a Kedar.
But me, I got no idea. I'm gonna be afraid to try this, but who knows? Watch, you know, for him, it's like, oh, this is the bad juju. Meanwhile, me, I'm just like, you know, somehow I either kill somebody or I don't, and if I can't kill anybody using it a couple times, it's a trash gun, and I will never love it at any point.
Like, it's not even that, it's like the Kedar. Every time I use the Kedar, man, I will spawn right next to a person, or like, I'll have like a weird lag spike pop up where like a fucking like random ass scav kills me while I'm spawning in, or I'll have fucking like weird scenes where it's like I'm shooting a Kedar and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I hit the guy but I didn't. And also, I'll be right back, guys.
We did it!
Well, yeah. It's gonna be interesting, folks, in the future when I do join him because it'll be different, you know. For me, PC for one, and two, a very realistic shooter. Uh, oh, he should be back shortly. But yeah, well, I'll be quickly right back myself.
I'm back. I don't know why it's still here. He probably dipped when I dipped. Weird schedule moments. I grab food. And I don't have the be right back screen.
Make sure to check the special quest as well. Be careful out there.
Wait, I have a dragon hammer. Yes. 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 Okay, cool.
This will be easy. Get ready. Be careful. I'm glad I chose you.
Time to chef up a hammer on a wyvern head. Gotta tenderize the meat before we cook it.
Okay, that's enough. Here it comes.
The perfect flambe of a wyvern. Gotta make sure that you cook it well.
Get ready.
Hit it enough times. Cook it. And if you don't think that's enough, gotta be able to move with your wheel. That's a decently sized kulaku. Alright. Not 100% sure what's going on here. We're gonna get on the Kulaku's body and use it as a living weapon. Come on. You were acting so tough against this Kulaku earlier. Show me. What's your what's your plan? What's your plan? What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Uh-huh. You acting so tough just to get the shit beat out of you. Are you okay? Give me your head.
What's going on?
Hammer time.
My favorite time.
Pump the jam, pump it up.
Well, you do have the, you know, what looks like a weird fist.
Yep.
I love how I call that Death's Fist.
It's grabbing the soul of the monster I'm beating. If anybody questions the hammer against any creature, what are you fighting? God, it must be really fast and really annoying.
Yeah, or it's like the equivalent of a boulder. But even then, a boulder should give out to you.
Pull your fire. Or roar. I thought you were gonna pump fire in my face. Pump fake. No.
No, that's just its rage mode.
Nope. Yeah, this is 50%. Which I want to pump through, like, you know, the last meal of a fucking breakfast before you end up having sex with the fucking tutelage. Ow!
But,
I'm not a preteen. You cannot spit fire at me. Alright. I'm gonna show you the definition of going boom boom. Get on your ass, please. Alright. And we're gonna pump fake you one more time. Alright. Hammer time always wins. Now I need to speak to my editor. Hey editor, can you change the name of the next weapon from Hunting Horn to Hammer Light?
Here, let me quickly take a look. Sorry, we can't. For one, that requires me to go into a lot further coding than I ever want to. And let's see.
It doesn't have to look like you actually changed the name. It just has to be like a Microsoft Paint overlay. Do this like old photo editing.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that like crappy, like, you know, just looks like a crappily drawn marker, you know, just scribbles out, you know, this is just light. What was it? Light hammer?
No, it's Hammer Light.
Hammer Light. Yeah, quickly just, you know, quickly change that around. There, perfect. See, you know, PNG shot that. Bam.
Like Hammer Lite.
But hey, that joke. Good thing I'm not your editor, because then I'd have to do work. And I'm good, but I'd have to learn how to freaking do that.
I'm my own editor. I don't even do it.
Yeah, I know. Me, if I was your editor, I'd have to learn how to do it, and then two, well, I don't know, I feel like there'd be some clips where I could be like, you know, hi, I'm his editor, I couldn't put anything, what he wants in here because it would go get him,
Don't forget to eat.
yeah, so you were here. That should be long enough. Back to the video.
You mother... Okay, you see guys, this is what I'm talking about. My job is made harder every day. To support editors like me that have to fuck around with this type of tomfoolery, please donate here.
Problem. I know that most of the things I'd be editing out are probably me.
God, like, at least you admit it. The first step
Oh,
to
I can-
recovery is acceptance.
Hey, step to recovery. That is funny, my
Why
good
do you
sir.
think I started breaking up when I said it? First step to recovery is to accept it. You see, the problem is he accepts it and he likes it.
Except that I do it and just go, yeah, but that's just who I am. No. Hey, hiding behind something is not a good thing.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I should take that back. Unless somebody is looking for you, in which case, you know, it depends. Are they looking to kill you? Because if so, hide your face real well.
No, it's a human body is the best bulletproof instrument.
I could have swore it was, you know, it was actually the worst thing you ever want. You know, depending on where the bullet even goes, it could lead to like a quick bleed or.
Oh, I'm talking about another human body, not yours. So, human shields have been in the works for years. Is rule number one of hostage taking: always have a hostage in front of you and one behind you. If you need to, tape them to each other and yourself. It's what we call a Mark V bulletproof vest.
A Mark V.
Because then you're playing with the morality of the person trying to kill you. Are they willing to kill another innocent? And if the answer is yes, that is not a police officer. You should turn the opposite way.
But I love how.
And the best
You know,
defense for
that
bullets
joke.
is offense.
I love how that joke of, you know, I wouldn't want to be your editor, this, that, and I know most of the clips that I would have to take out are probably clips of me.
See,
That's why I would
clips.
encourage you to make a second channel for that then, where it's like, hey, make a second one so that way I can do the unedited stuff and just place it there, because then I know there's some people who would love that kind of content. It'll literally be just a thing of,
What do you
it's
mean?
just
I'm
there.
pretty sure my channel is above 18 to begin with. For a majority of my
Yeah.
content.
Yeah, but we all know, like, come on. You know, where's this thing where it's like, you know, hey, to check for government ID and to actually make sure that you're 18 years old?
There's a joke I want to make right now, but I'm not.
For one, I was going there because of what joke that Jordan sent us there. I wish I could go into more greater detail, but yes, we can.
No, it has nothing to do with that, guys. Something got banned in my state.
What?
That was kind of fucking
Recently?
hilarious. Yeah, it was kind of hilarious.
I just want to hear this.
So and now there's like a few websites that have like a thing. It's like, so we decided to shut down this website in your state until this. If you won't just get reviewed, please notify your board of lawmakers in your state. And it was like kind of funny.
Is this something you could say on stream, or is this something that you get in trouble for?
I'm not 100% sure. You see, this kind of like falls underneath the guideline of like stuff that I'm not 100% sure if YouTube's okay with it. I mean, I don't.
Well,
I know
hold on,
they're
wait.
not okay with the act of this,
Oh, okay.
and it's definitely 18 plus.
Okay.
And it starts with
My own.
And it starts with P. And it's 4 letters. So
me sit there like
I just found that funny because like the hub of this is no longer open in my state due to the guideline. And it was kind of funny because like that bred a whole conversation that I can't even get into because I found it funny when we were doing that conversation because it was like you ban the fake shit because of the state being more towards that. So now you watch a lot more amateur. And it's like, yeah, it's not like we were already doing that anyways.
Wait, hold on. Does this word also end in an N?
Yes.
No way.
Yep.
It's banned in your state?
Uh-huh.
There's
stricter guidelines to it. Like, there has to be a way to prove that you're above 18 and all that now. But since age restriction guidelines are so hard to do, because they can be faked so easily, the hub and a few other big websites for this decide to shut themselves off in the state. So it's like a weird thing about it. So it's like the whole weird, I don't know how to explain this, man. Like, it brought up a lot of weird things going on that I'm not 100% sure how to explain on stream. Just take it as this bred a lot of weird conversations.
I don't believe it.
Because it was one of those things. Is no one knew how to talk to each other about this. Because we were at work trying to talk about this, and it was more funny because we were like, dude, you ban that, but you don't ban the videos. It's and I'm saying only partial of the domains, guys, because I'm not saying the actual domain.
But I will, and then it just does and then it cut movie right back.
But yeah, that's a weird thing that you can just think about for a second. I'm not even shitting you. I will go to one of the websites and take a picture and send it to you.
I almost want you to, because I have to see this. This sounds hilarious.
I don't even mind going to the website just to take a picture.
This is hilarious.
Here's the thing. I did not believe it.
No way.
I did not believe it until one of my friends mentioned it. And I had to go onto my phone and look it up, and I was like, no way.
I wouldn't believe if even if you were American and somehow you heard this happen to Canada, okay, and you told me, I wouldn't believe you until I tried looking it, okay, and then I would probably most likely question a lot of things.
And it's and the only thing, and I one of the jokes my friends made. It was wow, the fat police won.
The what?
I shouldn't have said that word on stream. The FAP.
No, I was just making sure I heard the right thing. Okay, good. Yeah, maybe don't say that on stream. But, yeah,
because that was the first thing that I brought up. I came into work and I was like, okay, it's just another day. And then one of my friends was like, dude, do you know that is underneath stricter guidelines and a lot of websites got taken down? I'm like, what?
Well, okay, they couldn't have gotten taken down.
No.
It's more
the domains are still there, but you can't get onto the domain. The people that run the website shut down the website in the state area because they do not want to follow the guidelines. And they literally have a video, a 2.5 minute video, being if you want this rule to change, please go to your please start a petition to your lawmakers in your state.
And I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure this is gonna get overturned.
Oh, it probably will, but
well, it's because that's in no way hey, I'm sorry.
Violence
you
is
can't
gonna
do
go
that
up in the city. Violence is gonna go up in the state.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. There's literally a joke of Robot Chicken did the best episode of that.
I mean, just imagine Stan's father during that one episode where the internet was rationed. Build up tensions, man. Build up tensions.
Like, oh my god, like your state's a literal ticking time bomb right now.
Yeah, I found it hilarious. I found it hilarious, and I'm trying my hardest not to make fun of it.
I got so many jokes, but I'm sitting there like, man, that's gonna get him canceled, that's gonna get him canceled, that's gonna get him canceled. I can't say anything right now. I can only...
Like, I really won't just... I will do that after the stream. I will take a picture and send it to you.
Oh, I want to see that, you know. I don't know if you should send that PlayStation, because apparently we might be getting monitored by, like, somehow an AI thing. I swear, but I don't think so.
Bruh, half the stuff we say, I should be canceled from PlayStation. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I think somebody, but I'm pretty sure somebody actually reported it, and it's just being an ass back in the other thing I'm in. Just
it's like, no, how often is it in that chat where people like downvote the pictures and shit, or like the more you send, okay, I don't think that the other chat understands this. The more you send in like, oh, this is a negative thing and everything, you do know that chat's going to get monitored at one point, right? Because you're doing so much like downvoting and upvoting of like pictures and stuff. You get what I'm saying?
there's a reason why I can't get blamed, because I don't do that, and I don't think we can. I'm not too sure if we can.
But I'm just saying, like, you are literally downvoting and like saying like dislike or this is inappropriate inside of your own chat and expecting no repercussions. It's like you are inviting them to go in. Also, you gotta think, okay. Also, this is going to be a weird topic that I do not know if I should bring up on stream, but you know what, fuck it. You have people from different countries inside of one chat, right? And it's a big chat, right? Technically, anything like that is able to be monitored by both countries due to anti-terror acts in both countries.
My only joke is, poor Carl.
And also, Carl is not the type of person to know how to keep his mouth shut in normal situations.
That's why I love the man in the conversation.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, even when it's like randoms in a video game, it's like, bro, just chill. People are a lot softer nowadays.
Yeah, that is the one thing I hate, is how soft everybody is. Like,
I'm not knocking you. I'm not knocking it or anything. Like, say what you want to say, do what you want to do. Just understand, man. I was like, if you get banned, it's on you. At the end of the day, it's on you. I was like, I can't say that what happened to you was wrong when I know you well enough to be like, okay, what did you say? Did you deserve it?
we don't know. We literally looked through it. We were like, everybody looked through the chat, and we were like, did he send a meme that somebody did?
But here's the thing, like, it doesn't have to be to us. He didn't.
He just posted it, but I think it was while everybody was in the chat, so he would have been like, hey, yeah, look at this, and everybody would have just laughed. But the biggest problem, I think, was also people were downvoting and upvoting, so it's...
Yeah, but I'm saying it might not even been that chat. It could have just been like...
Could have been also something he did elsewhere.
Yeah. Like, I'm not knocking anything that's happening. Because of two things.
We just don't know.
Yeah, but like, if no one else has been banned but him, really look at it.
Oh yeah, but that is true.
It's because
hey, my only other joke, I got a different joke I can go for it as well, because, well, it's there, but I don't want to say it over your stream right now.
No, I will say something here. It's like, for the right of jokes, and yes, I will say jokes because this could be taken wrong. we have said like nearby, like near jihad manifest type bullshit. Okay, like I am not saying that I will do it because I won't. I'm just stating that like we're not saints. Everybody says shit. Everybody does shit. The difference is like I know when to say it and when not to say it.
Oh, I totally agree. There's a time and a place.
Reason why I don't go into big chat groups. I don't. You can call me like schizo or thinking I'm looking over my shoulder at everything. Kinda am. But that's more just because like when you are doing stuff that is purely for jokes, but a lot of people can find this offensive and it breaks guidelines of stuff, right? Why would you be doing anything that would cause your chat to be looked into? Like, I understand jokes are jokes, and people should always see it as a joke, but...
Some people don't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, do you know how many, like, weird shit we have posted in chat that could be like taken so wrong and put us on watch lists?
If we aren't on one, I'm surprised.
And this is not me being like, oh, we're horrible human beings, so I'll be...
Okay, no. That is up for debate.
No, we're not horrible human beings. We just...
when it's dark humor.
Yeah, when it's in good company, we just don't hold back on each other. We make jokes.
Remember, people, dark humor is what keeps the world going around, okay? It's what keeps everybody in calm with each other and in best peace with each other. Because if you can't have a thing of dark humor, well, there's probably you probably notice it in your day-to-day life. You know, it's a very huge difference. But yeah.
But it's just one of those things. It's like, I'm not gonna mince my words around certain people because like there's no reason for me to. But that does not mean I don't know when to mince my words. The problem is like I wish I could stream show the chat, but I wouldn't to begin with.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I would put up things it's like you should never do if you don't want people to look into your chat, and that would be like a 101 of everything not to do. Is like, yes, you have the capability of upvoting and downvoting stuff. You have the thing where it's like a minor report, right? Minor reports almost never get looked into for an individual. But when you have hundreds of them going on in a week span, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, we live in the technological era, okay? We still have free speech, but...
Oh, we live in a technological era? Where's my deep dive? Where's my flying car?
Okay, we're not that technological. But I'm just stating this, though. It's like, we have free speech, but freedom of speech does not mean you can speak freely. That's never what it's meant. It's like, you can't be in a movie theater and yell fire, can you? That's illegal, by the way, if anybody didn't know.
Be sure to check the special quest as well.
And you could argue all day, yet that's my freedom of speech. No, you lost that right when you put other people's lives in danger.
The only time that's not illegal, just putting it out there, is if there's actually legit a freaking fire, okay? Just so that way you don't have any of the smart asses out there being like, you know, oh, so you don't, so you see the, you know, the fire starting in the movie theater, you know, I'm about to run in and start yelling, there's a fire, but then I remember it's against the law, so I would just walk out. No! What you just did was even more illegal in every sense.
But it's the whole thing is like, there's, how can I put this? It's like, and also you got to think of it this way: you have no freedom of speech on a platform. Do you know why you have no freedom of speech on a platform? Because it's multinational.
Well, from what I remember seeing of Xbox, because somebody literally was arguing this and like, don't we have the freedom of speech? They're not a government. Like, what is it? A
government entity. They don't have to protect your rights.
There are no rights on their systems to you. You are, but if you read what you agree to.
But the reason why that's the thing is because they're multinational. They can't make everybody happy, so they have their own guidelines that every country understands and follows. That's the deal with multinational companies.
Yeah, and they will change them, update them, do whatever they want with them.
It's like when you play games on a console or even on a computer, right? The user agreement that you sign is your rights. Anything that infringes against that is you breaking. You do not have your country's rights on a video game, and that is an argument you should never state, because you are going to lose. Is the reason why I can get mad at like YouTube for banning a lot of stuff and for hating a lot of stuff, but I can't argue with it because it's a multinational company. Its user agreement is his guidelines. You follow his guidelines. Do I agree with all of his guidelines? No. Do I have to abide by the guidelines? Yes.
Just a fair warning to a lot of people. Did you know that those things where it's just like what he's talking about, like where you have to read and agree to it? There was actually a company who did a test. They were like, I wonder how many people
don't read it.
Read it versus don't. And oh man, the number of it was hilarious because they changed it out. It was literally not that far in, I do believe, but it was far enough in that they guessed nobody would be reading at this point unless you were vividly reading. That if you agree to also sign over your soul to them, like your literal soul to this company, if you do agree, thousands, I forget how many people just agreed. And meanwhile, there was a lot of the people who didn't, like only like a small handful of what we'd consider a difference of numbers. But I think some people also messaged and were like, I read the part where you guys would own my soul and I can't agree to that. And they just laughed and loved that because like, wow, somebody who actually did what you're supposed to. But it's like, we can also agree that maybe the company shouldn't have like a, let's see, some of their things. Oh, 99 pages.
That's the thing. It's like, and yeah, I agree they shouldn't have no 99 pages, but at the same time period, that's every single act that you can infringe against and all the rights you are given. Meaning you should probably read that if you plan on making a life using that platform.
Okay, but you also gotta agree, it's just that term you look at it and go, 99 pages. Sometimes even more. And you gotta look at them and be like, could you guys not have made this maybe less wordy and more simpler down to where it's not so many pages I feel like I'm gonna be here like all day just trying to agree to one thing.
And guys, this is me talking as a person that does YouTube, that does Twitch, that does different types of performances on different types of accolades on different types of systems. Yeah, I have read every user guideline. I still don't have the answers for everything, but, and this is a but, that's because not everything is stated in black and white. That is not that, like, everything is stated within a user guideline. No, it gives you, like, the broad standpoint, and then there's certain things that can be taken out of context and everything. I mean, for the love of God, like, I don't know how to explain this without, like, pissing off anybody. So I'm just not going to. And if you ever hear me say, if you ever hear me say stuff like, I don't know if that infringes on my rights that I have, is not me being a dick and just not want to talk about something. That's me generally not know the answer.
See, there are some things that are left in the middle where it's like, it's almost like that term, as I'd call it, the, until somebody attempts one of these things in the middle, they'll either get approved or denied. Approving is like, hey, if they don't care that you do it, and there's no repercussions to it. And then there's other side, you do it and you watch that person get struck down like the lightning bolt just came out of nowhere and went, and kapow, you're gone. Or you're in trouble. At the same
time period with this, and I have to say at the same time period with this, you have like things like, I know what we were talking about earlier, that they're not okay with the act of it, but I don't know if they're okay with me saying the word.
Yeah, like that's that point is like, does he want to take, but it's that term of some people will say it willingly and then you either will see the punishment later down the line, or depending on how popular their thing is, like, you know, it could be like immediately 5,000 people just reported you at once for saying the word, and then somebody is going to see all those reports in under 10 seconds and be like, I'm going to step in and take a look here.
I'm also not a big enough name on the platform that I can force my hand against it. I'm not no fucking, I'm not no, Dr. Disrespect.
PewDiePie!
Or PewDiePie, yeah. I don't have the capability of being like, I can force a multinational company's hand.
Like, that is the hilarious.
Says that, no, they can't, really? They're that they have done it.
Like, I'm sorry, anybody who tells me, oh, YouTubers, YouTubers are the scariest thing to some of the businesses out there because they don't understand how it works. Because social media, they somewhat get it. YouTube, on the other hand, is like an entire different monster altogether of social media.
Like, there was a moment where YouTubers have literally said before, it's like, I am literally a cult leader.
That's basically weirdly what you somewhat become if you don't realize it, is you become a cult leader of sometimes either only a few hundred, a few thousand, and then others are a few million followers. Now sure, some of those are bots that are just, you know, because somebody wanted to farm you bot subs because that's how they be. Others are legit just people, but it's a scary part of, though, is when you hit like the millions for what we're talking about, then you are like an influencer of like high regard to, like, most companies don't want to step on your toes.
That's the moments where you literally have the capability, if you want to tell the company, nah, I am doing this. Because, like, that company can't tell you not to.
Like, it's that joke of, there's a reason why you hear certain like the big guys getting like, you know, hey, you know, this, you know, representing this game company, and then 2 weeks later they do a different game company, those are also sometimes not the greatest YouTubers because they're just out for the money of each person's game or whatever that they're wanting me to produce. Like show off as
And now
being bought by.
is the game company, is the gamers or the YouTubers that will constantly do the same thing and actually like there's a YouTuber that I've watched, right? That's like that did a War Thunder ad, like a War Thunder thing, right? And instead of just being like, oh, I'm getting paid to do this, he was like, I actually like this game, and showed his Steam library playtime.
Yeah, there are some that actually legit will be, like we're saying legit, the heck, that joke of like
if you show me your Steam library playtime of a game and be like, and you're showing it as like a sponsor that you actually like, I don't take that as your word, like as like you just talking out of your ass. No, it's like, no, this guy's actually put. Oh, how many hours? Holy shit!
Yeah, that'd be like for me playing. Let's see, for instance, Mountain Blade Bannerlord. Okay, and some of the hours that I've had Sosh and them bug me for, because they're like, why? Where you almost have to start a whole new time period for you of like how to judge gaming in hours. And
none of them do that for me with Monster Hunter.
But they were just sitting there amazed.
They learned to not question my game choices anymore because I don't take it sitting down.
But God, I just laughed though.
Which again, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Sorry.
I just laughed though. It's like the amount of but for me, if I had them, hey, we're making a new game. Would you want to, be sponsored? Hey, I'm a different kind of person, of the.
Can I
yeah,
play it for like about 100 hours, 200 hours, and then get back to you?
Yeah, that's what I'm meaning is I have to play your game before I can judge it, because it's like I'm not gonna judge, like play a game and be like, oh, it's only fun for the first 20 to like maybe an hour, then it just gets tedious. I'm not gonna recommend that to anybody. Even playing a story in it, if it's that boring that I can't get into it, I won't sponsor this, because that's just not who I am. AKA, you will not see me get sponsored by Activision. I will not go and go and collect Activision money, because that is a boring game.
Before we go up into the Activision thing, right? Guys, I would do Activision, but, hold up, wait, but they would have to flip their whole fucking sales pitch to me. I would literally be like, nah, early access, give me the game, let me play it, I will get back to you in about like 300 hours, and I don't want bot lobs.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, like, that's literally for me, it's like, but it's, for him, he can have that. For me, it's more like, I just can't, because again, I played COD, and I've literally stated this to other people, why I don't like playing COD is just because it's like, it's the same thing, just a different year.
Oh, I'm not talking about Call of Duty. I will never do a Call of Duty. I'm talking about, like,
but
Activision makes other games about Call of Duty, and I want them to go back to their roots, if that makes sense.
See, hey, but that's that sad thing is, no longer do you hear anybody be like, oh, Activision's games, this is not, it's like, you say Activision, first thing comes to your mind is COD, because it's their greatest, it's that joke of, it's their greatest, like, for certain time periods, and now it's like their greatest train wreck of all time. How they can't realize that if they just stop and were to just try something else, they'd probably actually make a better game. But instead, they just keep going, we need to create another COD, we need to do it. Why? Because somebody out there needs it, okay? Just trust me, somebody needs it. We need to do Call of Duty this year. It's like, what? Why? Why can't we just make a new IP, try something new? Maybe go look at our history and make another game from our history.
Yeah, just grab like one of your older games that they have not made in a while.
And then the guy who's like the crazy Call of Duty guy is just gonna like walk up to you and be like, but listen, what about little Timmy? Okay, he's not gonna have his Call of Duty this year. He's not gonna have the same game, just reskinned and a bunch of new shit. Okay, and microtransactions, more microtransactions. Yes.
It's like, here's the thing, guys, and I feel like I have to defend this. And I will say the same for EA's fucking train wrecks of Battlefields. Okay? Before I get fucking cussed out in like the weird under sweaty lobby bullshit. Call of Duty, Battlefield. I used to like both of them. But the healthiest thing for them to do is to not make one every year.
Well,
just take a break. Take like a solid like 3-4 years.
Okay, Call of Duty. Yeah, I'd have to state that maybe a little bit longer. You know,
but
kind of cool off.
Actually, make not just a cool off. Make an actual decent game. Like, how can I put this? Give me something with bread and butter in it. Give me that sweet Alabama sweet tea, you know?
Well, no, it's like
give me
for
something
them.
new.
For Activision, it's called reach to your past and grab some of the games that you have, or make a new IP. Do something other than COD. And EA. Why don't you just go fuck off, okay? Actually, you know, we generally just don't need how you are. Reason why most companies that work with you fail and also then disappear because you own them secretly, or you do own them openly and publicly known, and then you just shut them down because, quote, a game was a failure. How dare they fail the great EA? It's literally, that's how I see them. It's like, you failed the great EA. You are I close your entire thing. We restructure your company to be something else. But what? How does that make sense?
And it's like, I could argue with people all day about Activision and EA. Also, can somebody bring back the golden years of EA? Because EA used to be like an actual, somewhat
EA Sports.
No, I'm saying before that. Before the EA, like, EA Sports. I'm talking about EA Experience everything. Well, I'm going old classics of this, man.
He's doing that. Meanwhile, me, I just sit there and go, there was a time of that. Oh yeah, that's right. There was a time of that. I do remember that.
Bad Company, fucking Spore, fucking the original Sims. God, it's like I'm fighting an uphill battle with them every single time nowadays.
It's funny, and nowadays it's like they're just a company that's known for, you know, wanting a lot from a game company, and then they can't perform, or the game just isn't received well, and then they immediately punish a company that, you know, they worked with.
I will say this once and I'll say this again. How the fuck does Insect Glaive make any sense? How does Insect Glaive make any sense? Holy shit.
My god.
Oh. Dude, Insect Glaive is in top 5, man. It's in top 5 weapons that work when you don't expect it to. It's like, did that Rathian ever leave this area?
Don't think so.
I mean, that was less than 5 minutes, and it took me about a minute to make it to him. Like, I'm pretty sure I just like massacred a Rathian.
But yeah, the one thing I hate is like, okay, again, going back onto EA, it's like, anybody who wants proof of that, okay, look at the game Anthem, okay? That was an EA basically looking over at Destiny 2
and saying that we could make one, and it died in less than a week.
No. I remember a great YouTuber. He did amazing, how to put it. Shows EA as a drunken, person being like, I want that right there, and then who was the people who actually made Anthem?
I don't know. I know pre-ordering it because I thought it was going to be decent, and then playing it for like less than 10 hours and being like, I cannot do this.
But that company there, okay?
Like, if anybody understands me, I like Exoprimal. I love Exoprimal. Anthem was worse than Exoprimal.
Oh, but hold on, let me finish how it went for that. It shows the company you can't. That's owned by Bungie, right? But hey, hear me out. We can make our own. And then they tried to make it, but they got EA'd. Basically, it takes time. It takes effort to actually make a video game, people. You can't rush a video game. You can't be like, oh, hey, well, no, you can, but it's going to have a lot of problems. To make a very good game, or a game to compete with something like Destiny at the current time period that they were wanting to go up against, they needed to actually take some time, some effort. And EA was like, that looks great, well, let's launch it. And meanwhile, the company who was there was like, but there's a bunch of bugs, and there's not enough content, and a bunch of other stuff. EA, it looks just like what I asked for. Blow it out.
So we actually don't want to do this.
And I own you. So I'm telling you to do it. Okay? He's technically got
all I hear is Peter Griffin drunk.
Yeah, that's basically, hey, that's the EA for you, okay? Just imagine it's a drunk tyrant who does not understand what he's wanting, but he just wants money to roll in all the time.
Somebody put the, God, if I had an editor, put Stewie Griffin harassing Brian. Where's my money, Brian?
But then they turn around and then, of course, Anthem had what you had, right? Because again, this is what happens when one company's want to do this, the other half of it's like money. I want microtransactions. I want to feel the money flow.
If anybody doesn't remember Anthem, Anthem had really cool trailers, had really cool introduction, had a really cool open beta, had a really cool closed beta. Then you get to the actual game,
oof.
And it was like the beta was the whole game. Like, it did not go anywhere from there.
Yeah, this was literally EA not realizing what they had done was basically took a game that was so early in development, and we're just like, and it's perfect, it's done. And meanwhile, it's like, this wasn't even close. It was like, that they had 5% of a game, and EA just immediately was like, this is perfect, we're gonna launch this is going to make us tons of money. And meanwhile, the other half of the company was like, but this isn't even close, this is not even a game, we shouldn't do this. And then as soon as it launched, and as soon as the hate started coming in, and then truly fully what happened, well, you don't see that company around anymore now, do you? Because Activision, well,
Yeah.
Activision is bad for making bad games, okay, in the sense of Call of Duty every year. EA, on the other hand, is the one that will blame the company that worked on the game and was warning it that it's not in the readiness to be this, and will punish that company because they failed EA, the drunk tyrant, because the drunk tyrant wanted money now, not in a year, or not in, give it 3 more months. So, there's a reason why I can never care about an EA game, just to everybody who's watching, if you are on PlayStation, the PlayStation games are out right now. One of them is the Formula 1 game, and it's an EA game.
What you're saying? I used to like Formula 1.
Okay.
Then it became horrible because EA lost his touch with fucking sports games. Like, how the hell do you build your company off of sports games and then end up making horrible sports games?
Because
like, I kind of need like an
if you
explanation.
want a better, do you want to have a good race this time around? Well, if you pay $20 of real in-game money, you can have a proper race.
And if nobody understands what I'm talking about, I'm kind of saddened. Because it used to be, and this is a used to be, this is not how shit is anymore. It used to be, if you want a good sports game, you brought EA.
You want good sports games?
Good luck.
Yeah, wish you luck. Wish you luck. We've been... Oh, what's that? You wanted to have a fun online multiplayer experience on a sports game? Good luck.
And I kind of hate that because, like, I like playing sports games every now and then. A good racing game, a good, like, basketball game, a good soccer game, a good game in general. And now it's like, trying to find one is like searching through a dumpster dive of...
Well,
what the hell am I looking at?
It's because you got EA who turned around and made like their online being like, hey, did you... Now hear me out, everybody. You didn't have a good game there, okay? So if you pay us $40, okay, basically almost what you pay for the game at like certain times, okay, depending on what, or you have, maybe pay us more. You can get a pack, okay, that possibly has really good stars in it to play online with, so that way your win potential goes up. And it's like that shouldn't be how a game is played, nor even like wanting to be advertised, like.
And you see, EA, if you guys don't remember, EA had a issue at one point where they got told they couldn't do as much, like, money grab shit because they were literally causing gambling in minors.
And the joke is, they still do it though. They're the one company who got told this and went, yeah, don't worry.
They were the
And
company that
then
started
could
it.
change. Okay, no, they did change, okay? They took it out of Star Wars.
Because that was advertised towards kids. Oh, if anybody... Oh, God, that just brought up, like, my least favorite bullshit. Because now in Star Wars, guys, you can't even get the shit. Because now it's locked behind, oh, well, you don't have it, you don't have it.
What, the Battlefront 2?
Yeah.
No, it's there. They put it behind levels and a bunch of other stupid shit now, but it's like...
Oh, you mean the impossible to get?
Mm-hmm. Like EA literally made it an unfun game because they were like, oh, well, since everybody doesn't want to pay us money anymore, fuck all of you.
And trust me, Wyatt should remember this. Me and him, I think, put in hours in that game trying to get shit.
Yeah, it literally, to anybody who's looking for an actual fun Star Wars game, coming out this month actually is the collections on PlayStation and other things. It's literally the PS2 I believe, or PS3.
Depends. It's PS2.
Uh,
It's PS2 if you're talking about the original.
but and I think it's just like
PS2,
basically
PS3 if
done
you're
up a
talking about the
little bit,
second. It's a
done
graphic
up
overhaul.
on just a graphic overhaul. A few probably bugs that will not be in there that you'll be like, thank fucking God, and then others that you'll be like, damn it.
I'm
wish
just ready
that-
for the Galactic Conquest. You know, something that was not in the remakes.
What, the one where it's like, you know, you're facing monstrous battles?
No, Galactic Conquest, where you had to take this planet, then take that planet, then defend the planet
Yeah.
when they got attacked again. But you only started out with like the basic troops, and then you had to like unlock the different troops from like the different types of conquests that you do, and then. Give me Galactic Conquest again. That was like the most fun shit.
I hope that
especially
we can
when
play
you're
with
doing-
friends.
You could in the original.
I
So-
hope this one they've fixed it where it's like multiplayer, because then if so, oh, I can't
But
wait.
in
I
the
remember
original,
playing
you
that with my
could.
buddy.
So I mean,
Oh yeah. I'm just stating, I did that with my buddy back when, because he was like, he showed me that, and I was like, damn, this is actually fun. And now,
also,
but then,
if you're going to bring back that, can I get Lord of the Rings Conquest? Like, yeah, I can't. If you want to dive back into older games, can I get that also?
no. Now that we're going into also other games like this, since we're obviously in that time period where everybody's like, Jordan basically being like, why is everybody reaching back into the past and just grabbing the games and remastering them? You know, why are we in that period? Can we get a certain MMO of Star Wars that
Yeah,
used
can we
to
get Star
exist a
Wars
long time ago?
Yeah, can we get Star Wars Galaxies? Hell, you know what? Fuck you, Disney. But honestly, can I get can I get Pirates of the Caribbean online? Give me my old favorite MMOs.
Hey, I swear, the only thing I could imagine for that Star Wars one is just the, who's the one guy
No,
who
just put up the
who
meme.
does the ultimate?
No, just put up the meme where it's like Fry, shut up and give me your shut up and take my money.
Yes, that's basically it. It's like, I swear, people, if every gamer who wanted that now, if they had money, all pooled together, and then talk to them, without saying how much you have, you could possibly turn around and possibly win over the rights to get these games, because for them, it's like they're closed a long time ago. To them, whatever.
Meanwhile, you have people like me that's like, just take my money.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if they were, hey, but think, if you guys played it correctly, you guys could buy the rights technically to those games, and then they'll just be like, you know, hey, whatever, you know, you may have to just change out a name, one name, or take out the Walt Disney production, right?
But it's like,
Easy, boom, bam,
just
quick,
do-
throw our own logo in there.
just dude, shut up and take my money, man. It's like, dude,
Yes, you know what? That's literally that's the image. You literally have the fry. Okay, here, take my money.
But like the whole joke here, guys, is basically this. Okay, so it's like you have like I don't think anybody ever knew this, but like Star Wars: The Old Republic compared to Star Wars Galaxies, right? They're both decent MMOs. Galaxies, of course, being better than Old Republic, but Old Republic's player base compared to Galaxy's player base is so non-existent. It's a worse height dip, like it heightens out at certain periods and then dips below where you don't want to be so oftenly. Where you want a MMO to be more consistent. Basically, like, yeah, there will be peaks when like new shit gets added. It will peak, and then it will dip down and be consistent. Think of World of Warcraft. Like, World of Warcraft's average is 5 million, right? But it will peak up to like 15 million, like Cataclysm.
Well, yeah, I get what you're meaning. It's like, but what
But you
I'm
want a high constant. You don't want no Star Wars: The Old Republic. Hey, we have like 400,000 as our constant, and it peaks at like 5 mil.
But see, I can only imagine, like I stated, imagine that you're, Star Wars Galaxy, remastered with like visual updates, this, that, a bunch of other stuff. Man would literally disappear from life.
I would disappear in the moonlight.
And if deep dive became a thing, and that kind of boy's gone. You that joke. He's entered the shadow realm.
It's like, I can just imagine, like, they would try to get up with me and be like, dude, do you know where Cody's at? And it's just gonna be like,
no, it literally used to just be like, who? The guy who, you know, this guy. Oh, and he said, last time I seen him, he was like, I'm entering the shadow realm, you have a nice existence. And then just disappeared.
so, do you know what he's doing, though, in the shower realm?
He said he's going to a galaxy far, far away. That was the only thing he said.
It just pans over to me in the middle of, like, a gunfight playing as a trooper. Not a clone trooper, a trooper. Just being like, I ran out of ammo a long time ago. It's like, where the fuck is my support? Okay, why
Trouble in the Outer Rim.
It's like, why is there fucking bounty hunters? I thought this was going to be an easy get in, get out with the fucking profile target. It's like, I don't know. How's your CQB? Shit. I never leveled up my CQB. Do you have a shotgun or anything? Nope. So what do you have? A knife? I have a combat knife. Fuck it. I'll take it.
But hey, but still, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, but a lot of these companies keep shutting down games because they're either stupid, some of them don't want to have it because, well, like, oh, you know, Johnny Depp was in a court case, and it's like, I'm sorry, anybody who states, you know,
online,
yeah,
the reason why it's shut down,
and you know, oh, you know, this and that, it's like, okay, my words to them is like, so I just want you guys to understand, you guys are literally going to throw an entire movie franchise, game franchise, a bunch of other stuff that you guys had going because of this, because the most popular motherfucker of it had a false accusation that literally got proven, and then you
think after the false accusation, you would think after the false accusation it'll be like, no,
but see,
even before the false accusation, before the fucking court trial was completely done, you should have not done what you did.
But instead, you did what you did, and then you made sure
on this guy,
and now it's
and
like,
he just had like the fist bump up. It's like, we good, like the fucking slightly racist guy, man. That just like says something really off the wall racist, and then just looks at the looks at the opposite race that he was being racist to, and just be like, we good, and it's just like a shake of the head.
Like, that's that point of people gotta really realize, it's like these companies basically screwed themselves, and like, yeah, I would hate to see them try to be like, oh hey, well, we'll just return around and make a new Pirates, you know, make with this new character, because then it's like it's gonna really backfire on them. I can tell you that.
The only time this would ever do good, and this is me being brutally honest, and I love being brutally honest now, is if you somehow talk Johnny Depp into doing a final cameo. You would have to talk this man into doing a final cameo where he pops up and it ends up being like his kid.
Oh, no. The only way that he'll come back is if they apologize. We all know that.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I don't see him
And if
ever
they
doing another
apologize,
movie.
there's a chance he may keep going.
I don't see him doing another movie.
But that's true.
I don't see him doing another movie. What I can see though is like if they apologize to him, he might be like, I'll do a cameo. Like I'll pop up, give like a few words, and then you can make it like my kid. Like you can make it Jack Sparrow's kid. Or you can do the daughter of fucking Barbossa. The one that you met in like the last movie.
But it's like one of those things of
Or who knows? Maybe it's Captain Jack Sparrow's kid with the daughter of Barbossa. So you get like the weird. Hey, your father and your grandfather hated each other, but they were best friends.
but it's that thing of
That
they
ain't gonna
got
happen.
to yeah, that they would have to do a lot, and that's just a lot probably no to the company because they're like, we'd have to admit we're wrong.
Which is kind of sad because like Disney will never admit that they were wrong. It's like Disney's been trying to avoid bad things ever since Walt Disney was a fascist. I mean, it's like Disney's always like been the company that's been trying to avoid everything bad just because their creator was a like anti-Semitism fascist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, yeah, the creator of Mickey Mouse, Walt Disney, he hated Jewish people, and he was pro-Nazi.
There's a reason why there's a bunch of Walt Disney stuff around a certain time period in the 1940s. Why his cartoons appear to go from being all of America to
No, at the
not
same
so
time
good
period.
things.
At the same time period, it was still plus America. But at the same time period, it was plus America. It was also when he was doing the plus America stuff, like the America propaganda during World War II, it was fuck Japan. Kill the Japanese people and turn the camps for good against them. It was that type of stuff. But on the other side, with like the European theater, he was praising Germany and saying that we had no right to be there and that the Jews deserved it. That's Walt Disney. And you could be like, yeah, but he's not the only company. Hell yeah, he's not the only company. There was Ford that did the same thing. And guess what? Ford's the same way. Every time anything bad comes up, they avoid it like the fucking plague. That's because they're fighting against the stigma. The other companies associated with bad things.
See, it's that joke of, see, people back in the day, they were very open about this, and some people didn't care, to others did, whatever. Nowadays, if Walt Disney was like alive and said that, you know, if everything was happening in World War II, and he said if our time period now of like, oh, you know, that we don't this and that, his company would not be doing as well.
Like Walt Disney took a you gotta think Disney took a hit during World War II because of what he was saying. It's
Oh
just-
yeah, but there's taking a hit, and then there's literally two things of metaphorically, literally taking a hit, and then two, just also just not doing too well in the sense of his business would probably just collapse in general because modern day, you know, I've seen it where everybody's literally just avoided a company because of what they said, and the company had to close because it was like the shareholders backed out, everybody backed out.
Gucci? Sorry, too soon?
No, again, you know, certain things like that.
Nah, I just feel like I said too soon just because of a lot of people still don't understand what Gucci did.
Yeah, I don't know what happened fully. I remember hearing that. It was just
Oh
like,
God, it was racist bigotry.
So what? The guy was being a racist and got his company literally.
Yeah, it was basically like anti-black bullshit and like praise the skinheads.
Okay, and that's where you turn around and gotta state, okay, did it deserve the entire company of it being shut down?
I mean, in my point of view, any bit of racism is not tolerable.
Yes, but I turn around and go, but was this one person?
It was
or
the head of the company, dude. You can't go worse.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You're the
you can't go
figurehead of
worse.
your company.
They could have turned around and in sense of been like, if the shareholders all been like, hey, yeah, you're out, he's in. Hopefully you're not. You could save this somehow, but
Yeah,
they didn't.
Here's the thing: if you're a figurehead of a company and you make a mistake like that, and that's not even a mistake, but
oh yeah, you do not want to be the guy who's like that's happened, and then the board turns around and goes, psycho, we're going to put you as a new head, okay? Get us out of this PR nightmare. You
PR nightmare. That's worse than a PR nightmare. That's you are coming back from that. You would have to change the name of the company.
Yeah, you're literally going
brand
to
would
change the
have
name
to
of the
change.
company. You're going to have to redo a bunch of things. You're going to do some apology videos. You're going to literally have to do everything in your power for the next for the next 20 or better
For
years.
something somebody else said, and you're gonna be like,
Me, I'm a person who would adamantly put his face with the quote he said and be that is not the face of my company. Okay, you know, I will slander another man's name just to save my own and everything else. Why? Because I am not going down for that. I will avidly show you the video of him saying it, and his face, his words, everything, and the reaction of everybody around.
and it's like, guys,
To prove the innocent.
this is me being like completely open. I do not agree with racist bigotry at all. There's jokes that borderline racist, like racism. That so what? And then there's you are doing it just to do it moments. It's like there's a difference. It's like when you do like what the head of Gucci does, and it's like they all deserve what they got, poverty and everything. You literally have no. I can't defend it. Like, there's a difference. It's like if I walked around, right, and heads up, I am white, I am highly European. I mean, Scottish, Irish, German, right? It's like me walking up and being like, man,
Back to the village.
tater paste looking ass fucker doesn't deserve anything in life. Get his he's more saltine than a cracker, god damn.
See, meanwhile, for me, it's like, hey, I've been very, you know, I look at racism as, well, there's racism that is like you sit there and realize, damn, this is like, that's hate. That's not like anywhere where. And then there's for me, where you can make fun of it, where you can literally laugh, and if the other side can't laugh and make a joke back and take basically, it's imagine like a fist fight. You throw a punch, they throw one back, and you just sit there and but you're not hurting each other. You're more just laughing at the fact that some of them are so freaking true that it actually legit hurts. I can admit that there are some that, you know, I'm light and you can hit me with, and I go, it's gonna be really hard to throw one back at you.
It's like when you get hit with that, like the one that's like, I have no comeback for that.
Yeah, it's like one of those moments where like you just got knocked. Just imagine it's a fist fight, okay, like boxing or whatever.
Like
there's no referee, but if there was, you just got hit in the chin and you basically hit the floor and you're on the 10 count, okay?
Like guys, I've been hit with some stupid shit before, okay? Like I've been literally in like weird like jokes where this is pure jokes. Me and the guy both knew what we were getting into. It was pure jokes with each other. And he was like, man, if you went back to Germany during World War II, you will be accepted as a fucking perfect specimenism. Blonde hair, blue eyes, perfect skin, looking like you came up from the fucking Syrian, or came up from the fucking, like Syrian race bibliography. What the fuck wrong with you?
Yeah,
I just looked at him and was like, I have no comeback for that.
And right there, to best explain it for a fight, he just got hit, like he got knocked down, that possibly almost out cold, and the ref's going 1, 2, 3, and if he gets to that 10 count, it's all over, man. Okay,
they called a TKO on me.
Yeah, like there's sometimes nothing you can do. Because I guarantee you, some people for me would be able to nail it down so bad that I'm just gonna be like, I can't. This man got me.
And if anybody understands what I'm saying here, guys, I have blonde hair, blue eyes, and fair white skin. All right.
That's him. Meanwhile, I'm a redhead, so
the straight up like being like, if I went back to Germany in World War II, I'll be treated like a special like specimen of this Aryan race. I was like, what the? I've never heard that before, but damn.
Boy realized what he was talking about. He was just like, hey,
It's like when you get hit with that like, book. It's like when you get hit with the whole book. It's like the whole book was thrown at me, and I just like lost my fucking feeling in my legs. It's like,
yeah, like, but hey, I'm sorry. That is how I would love if everybody could get used to. That's how you should deal with somewhat racism. It's just like, just treat it like a boxing match, but in the sense of like, but for laughter. Like, if you can't laugh at it, then don't say it. That means that's actual like hate.
And it's kind of thing. It's like, I don't believe racism should be a thing. Hell, it shouldn't be a thing. If I'm being at that.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't. But everybody in our world, it's because of. Also, as I put it, it's because of the past and how it's affected the future.
It's like, and I also, here's another thing, guys. I do not believe, and I hate it, when I see, like, people try to defend another race and get mad at their own race for little shit that isn't even a problem. And I'm like, there's a difference between sympathy and pure animosity. And if you don't understand what I'm saying by that, here's the thing. I believe that, like, okay, if you want the perfect scenario, the perfect scenario would be that people just stop looking at skin color and just treated humans as humans. That would be the perfect scenario.
Hey, how is it my fault though, okay, that my eyes only can see him in this color, okay? Just like how my eyes can only see the ocean for it to be, quote, blue, but meanwhile that's not the color of the ocean.
It's,
Sorry, we got a little too real there.
I'm not going to Wyatt's thing. I'm just stating that, like, everybody is human. And there's not a single
well, I hope you are, okay? Yes. Because if you ain't, we gonna go and talk to some people called scientists, and we need to talk to you.
And there's a there's a pure thing I can state here, being that, how can I put this? There's a line that should never be crossed, even though it has been crossed multiple times throughout history. But you should look at history as something that should never happen again, because not all history is good. Every race has done bad things. You can't look at history just black and white and only take certain examples of history. There's always been bad things. Now,
I think you should go over and tell most of Russia that. Sorry, was too soon.
I know, but it's basically this easy, and this is what I'm gonna get at. Okay, it's like, I can point out, yes, if you want to consider all white people the same, I can put out Rome, I can point out Greece, I can point out the people from Sicily, I can put out the fucking the Syrians, I can put out the fucking Christ, I can put out the fucking Athenians, I can pull out the fucking Russians, the Prussians, the I can pull out a lot, right? But then if you want to consider,
pull out the Swedish.
But then if you want to consider everything, as in, like, stop talking about just like white people, you can point out, like, I don't know, the Egyptians, the Persians, the the Zulus, the African war tribes that were around the South African peninsula. How can I state this? I don't know how to state this anymore. Basically, stop looking at it like it has to be one versus the other. Just look at it like humans are fucked. That's something,
hey,
right?
No, it's just called do this. Accept this. Nobody is perfect. No, this world is not perfect. And if you can do that, at least, you're a better person than most people, because most people either can't accept that, or, can't accept most parts of any of it.
Before I get the comment that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and that it wasn't that long ago when there was a division. Yes, there was a division, and it was not that long ago. True. But at the same point, I want to ask you this. Should we hold on to that division? Because that's just going to cause an even bigger division.
Like, it's literally that term of, I will agree with him. It's like, yes, that is a thing that I've noticed. It's just like how everybody keeps going like on about the old divisions that used to be there, in the sense of how it used to be, and it's like, yeah. And you can bring up. Do you see any person around here like that's white sitting there going talking all high and proud? Because if they are, they're probably usually the only one around talking that way, and most other people like that are white aren't even near them, or if they are, they're calling them a racist piece of shit.
Or it's part of the same crowd, because, like, here's the thing, guys. Okay, and yes, I will not defend racist bigotry. That is a thing. It is a thing. You can come up to me and be like, there's racist police officers, there's racist people in authority, and I will look at you and tell you, yes, you are correct. The system needs to change. We need to not let people like that get into authority. You are 100% correct. I am not arguing with you. Now,
But then to hear the argument though of, but it's every white person.
you're causing a bigger separation at that point. It's not everybody.
Yeah, that's not that's then I turn around and go, then that's literally list off everything that was back in the day for, not to be racist, but black people, in the sense of how there was such division, like you couldn't go do certain things, you couldn't, you know, this and that, you're gonna do to white people. Wow, that's fucking intelligent, aren't you? You know, think so instead of finding a better way to come through, we're just gonna do what they did to us.
And it's like,
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I'm not saying that everything that happened was good. Hell, I will never say anything that happened was good. That will never come out of my mouth. But I will state this, okay? And understand, you can't let go of the past. The past is the past. You always look back at it, always remember it. That is true. What I'm trying to say, though, is that you can't let the past dictate the future. And I'm trying to state that in, like, a easier way, but there is no easy way for me to state that. Because I know anger will always be there, hatred will always be there. It's not something you can just get over.
Well,
I understand.
okay, I will agree, but then I also stop and go, but the generations that are now, right now,
here's the thing. Before you continue, I understand that, like, some people, that was your grandparent going through it. I understand that. And I'm not saying that you should let go of your hatred, your anger. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, how can I put this? You can have that anger and that hatred. No one's trying to take that away from you. But you have to some point realize that that's not everybody. Not everybody's that way. No one's asking you to not be mad about something that your family members had to go through. Hell, if that happened to my family members, I would be pissed as hell. But at some point you gotta realize that, like, there's history. There'll always be history. There'll always be hatred. But you have to understand that, like, you can't go forward if you're always dwelling in the past. And if you want a good example of this, look at Scotland and England. And if you ask me why I'm saying Scotland and England, England forcibly destroyed Scotland and took a lot of Scottish people prisoner and slave. Killed off multitudes of their families.
Like,
a lot of their last names were
let's just say it was not
pleasant throughout history.
It wasn't pleasant, and also to the other fact of welcome to England, where
oh yeah, welcome to England. And then if you want to go even further back, and I'm going to say further back because I have to say further back, right? I have to say further back for this one.
Welcome to Rome. Sorry.
Yeah, welcome to Rome. Welcome to Rome. Rome took people from all over the world and made them kill each other in gladiatorial arena. If you want to go a little bit, past that, you have the even during that same time period, you had the Greeks doing the same thing. You had the Egyptians doing the same thing. You had the Persians doing the same thing. Human history is filled with contention and hatred, and it's
I swear to the first motherfucker who's like, oh, but somewhere, no, China, everywhere, anywhere that civilization, power, kingdoms, everything like that, this is all happened in the histories.
Now
of every place.
But no, nowhere in this, and I will quote again, nowhere in this have I said you should not feel hatred. You should. 100%, you should feel hatred. You should feel hatred. You should hate. You should feel angry. That is your right. You should be angry. All I'm saying, and I have to restate this, all I'm saying is that even with that anger, you have to know that there is a way to move forward, and the way to move forward, and that's not just one person saying that, hey, we need to move forward and it has to start with us. No, it has to start with both sides. Both sides have to try. It's basically acceptance and reassurance.
See,
And this is never going to move forward. And I'm going to say it again. This is never going to move forward if the own system that we follow is still corrupt. Now,
see, I will have a conversation with you after the stream, because I will agree with you that it's corrupt, and you can tell that it's not going well for how it's like how it is. Trust me. Just say to we really got to start focusing on it soon of like these changes, because if not, things are gonna go bad really quickly.
It's not
and
bad before it is better. Everybody knows that.
oh yeah, but like it's that term of a lot of people don't realize it's like, but that bad will it's gonna be pretty freaking bad, let me tell you.
Well, I know.
You like there's that reason of like why it's like that joke. If I could go up, like disappear and then come back after all this is over, I would. But sadly, we can't, because you know, you can't nibbler and be like, quick, take yourself out of the universe. Oh,
Swallow.
like, or just like open the black hole and be like, hey, Psycho, call me when all this is blown over.
But getting off of like the heavy-hearted topics, because it is heavy-hearted, none of this should be taken lightly.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to phrase that afterwards. I don't know how conversation got that deep in the middle of a stream.
What happens, hey, when it's? Oh, I swear, to anybody who's watching this, this is the usual. This is the usual between me and him. I can put it to a factor of I do not understand why me and him can literally divulge into a conversation to get so in depth with it that it's literally like we are borderlining so many things of like of YouTube and like basically guidelines in general, that it's like either we just jump over the border of it, or we are like tiptoeing along this very dangerous edge.
And it's a very
but somehow we are tiptoeing perfectly fine, like how we're skipping. And meanwhile, most people would be like, "How are these two skipping along this?" Don't ask how. Don't ask why. Do not try to be like us, because you will either fall or.
Oh, no, please don't. I don't even want to do half the conversations I do.
Like.
And it's,
some of them are.
It's less me not wanting to get into the topics, because I feel these topics needs to be addressed.
It's okay. He says sometimes that, and then other times it's that joke of one of us.
Wyatt. No, we're not doing it.
I know. I was gonna say, or it's me being like that, and then getting that from him, and then me being like, I'll save it for after the stream.
But it's without me going in depth of a lot of things, guys. I enjoy having conversations that are like conversational or conversal. Basically, conversations you don't want to have. But at the same time period, is just I do it for the you need to have the knowledge of it.
Okay. My laughter was not there for like, oh, like that's a funny joke. I am somewhat the same way of like, you almost want to like be like, because you may have an idea of it, right? But you're like, why to make sure? It's almost like a verification, like, hey, I'm not messed up in this sense, right? And then you hear the other person talk, and they're like, telling you like what you're thinking is actually correct, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm not an idiot, or I'm not, take the list of what I'm not, and
No, guys, I have said a lot of questionable shit, but I say that with the pureness of my heart. That is something that needs to
okay,
be
here,
said.
let me go back to the stream, all your previous streams before this, like basically this one, the last one, and go. Let's see. That's only my voice I hear.
Wait, no, I did a stream before this. It was just me because you weren't in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm meaning. The one beforehand where I wasn't here, and the one here. So it's like, let me check the other ones. Oh, I can hear myself. I can hear myself. I can hear myself. Where are you?
My audio was messed up and I fixed it.
So Don, we'll have to go and we'll have to rewatch and see about all these conversations we were having, and we'll re-topic it, okay? So that way we can get his side of it. Don't worry, everybody. We're only what 13 in, so give it another 13 videos, okay? And we'll have Cotton back up, and then add it on new content.
Okay, guys, it's almost time for me to wrap this video up for later exploits, and to me not wanting to go into deeper conversation about any of this. So, if you like, please subscribe. Please like and subscribe for more content. Also, more videos and different types of games being put out lately or being put out later this year. If you want further content into certain games, please let me know of what you would like to see. Also, there's a lot of ideas I have of games and, well, series I want to do, and I would like to know your opinions on it. Please, if you have any ideas or suggestions about video games, please leave them in the comments down below. Also, if you have anything that you want to be seen within a game, maybe even a single weapon type gameplay through the Monster Hunter World or Rise, or for the love of God, I might even do like 3. Just put it down in the comments. I do read comments. I do like reading comments. It's very interesting to have conversations with people that aren't, like demons in my ears. Now,
Hey, I am not a demon. I'm
Now,
just your worst nightmare.
now, for further ado, though, there's a lot of things that are coming up soon within this channel, and a lot of things that are coming up later throughout the year that are going to be very interesting. I hope you guys will enjoy those when they do come up later within the year, including a lot of new games being thrown into Discyclation, or into the cycle of games that I really want to get into. But without further ado, it's been a nice stream, guys. I enjoy talking to every single person here, and also later into the fact of it, well, like Houdini, I'm going to take my magic trick and just disappear. And hopefully not die by a college student punching me in the chest or stomach,